area, you'd actually have half the pressure because it's all to the pound per square inch. So if you this is say you're applying half a ton of pressure down, if it's a big thing, then it's a lot less pressure per little area. If it's too small, everything shoots out the side. So I found that quite a good average size.
Where did you get that?
At Cornelison's.
Right, it's a special
Yeah,
grade.
it's called a muller.
It's called a what?
A muller, M-U-L-E-R. This width is the actual area that touches is 7 centimetres. So I'd suggest that size. If you want to be really particular, you'd get distilled water, just in case there's any sort of alkaline in it. Like in Bath, where I used to live, there was a lot of calcium, so that might affect the colour of it. So let's put some on. So this is, I think it's azurite. Don't overdo the water. It's just a good solid bench. What's this? Is it? You want to sort of stir it, and you have to have this on the hand to push everything back in. If it's really big, just take it out. Now, the one strongest exception to the rule that the more you grind it, the lighter it gets is vermilion, or cinnabar rather. The more you grind that, the deeper it gets. For a television program on making colour, I actually made vermilion, and I've read that it goes black when you make it, but then you start grinding it, and the sort of magic occurs. It gets a brilliant red the more you grind it. So this is the horrible part that makes a horrible sound. So you can see the big bits squeeze out the side, so that's why you need that. In Russia, often they just have a big hunk of stone. You call it 2 hands. What did you use in?
I used a stone.
The stone, yeah. So there are 2 reasons for grinding. One is you can have your perfectly good pigment, whatever it is, let's say anything in here, but instead of storing it dry, you can grind it in distilled water and just leave it as a paste. And then when you make your egg tempera, you put that in, mix it in with the egg. That's not really grinding, it's more dispersion, because you've got all these tiny particles and you're dispersing the particles. They're separate, but they sort of like clump together. So that's called dispersion. Did you do that before? Yeah, so you'd store them as like paste.
We would do that if we were traveling to a museum.
Right.
So that we
Okay. I did for a while do that, but then I found the pigment got mouldy quite quickly, so I just stopped doing it.
When we were painting so much so that instead of using water, we would use emulsion.
Oh, yes, yes. So you just grind that and then it lasts for how long?
We would add lavender drops to
Okay,
it,
yeah.
so it would last for a week or 2.
Okay. So lavender is a preservative? As all those really big bits go, you sort of get into grinding proper. A lot of writers who don't know much about technical things assume that if it's a brilliant blue, it must be lapis. But in fact, often it's azurite, like the Trilogy icon by Rublev, that's azurite, it's not lapis. So what I'm going to do is once the ground is sufficiently, we're going to do litigation. And the idea is you put this paste into water, we put a top on, shake it, and then you've got blue water, and of course the bigger bits sink to the bottom. You tip that out quite quickly, and you keep that aside, so that's really fine blue. Then you leave that to settle entirely, and that's probably your best blue. then you repeat, soaking it up, and you end up decanting various grades. So in fact, you can have 4 grades of blue, and the only thing different is the size of the particles, from deep blue to light blue.